سلام دوستان، چطورین؟ به گیم یونایتد خوش اومدین. خیلی خوشحالم که دوباره دارم یه پارت دیگر رو ریکورد میکنم. 2 ماه بود که من نمیتونستم ریکورد بکنم، این مشکلاتی وجود داشت که نمیتونستم حتی آپلودم نمیتونستم بکنم و این خیلی بد بود. تازگی حالا هفته قبل یه دونه آپلود فکر کنم هفته قبل بود که کردم، قسمت 7 حالا توسان بود. به خاطر این وقفه 2 ماه هم از شما خیلی عذر میخوام. و اینکه میخوام بعد حالا این پارت اول که میخوام بذارم، میخوام شروع کنم به استریم کردن بازی. خیلی خوشحال میشم که تو استریم من ملحق بشین. استریم رو هم میذارم زمانشو و حالا موقعشو تا شما بفهمید که کی میخوام استریم بکنم، تا عقب نمونید در استریم. و همین دیگه، بریم که شروع کنیم دادم واین رو. خیلی مشتاقم که ببینم چی تو چند تا داره این DLC. خیلی تعریفش رو شنیدم، چه لگی داره میزنه. خب
Geralt of Rivia.
Ha! Sit with us, Witcher.
Found your message on a notice board.
چقدرم پرسر خوب
You see, Parmarin?
طلایی پوشیدن همشون.
Griffin at White Orchard. I knew that were we only to follow the tracks of its slayer, we would in the end find Geralt.
Milton de Peyrac Peyrin and Palmerin de Lawnful. Good to see you both. Been years.
Be assured, we share your joy.
You must forgive us our surroundings. When we pledged to place the village under our protection, the village elder gave us this hut as our lodgings. He swore it is the best hut in the village.
Get involved in some squabble?
We discovered that in retreating, the Redanian garrison had left this land still is at the mercy of numerous plagues. A tyranny of bandits, the most onerous among them. These plunderers shall soon descend on this village to collect tribute. Milton and I will dissuade them.
We are both sworn to fight injustice and oppression wherever they rear their heads. The matter does not concern you, of course, but do us the kindness of waiting. Once we have dealt with these marauders, we have a matter we must present to you.
حاجی این چه حرفیه؟ کمکتون میکنم بذارین کمکشون کنم دیگه.
Plan to go out and meet the bandits when they arrive? Fight them?
Parmarin wishes first to appeal to their sense of decency, but I expect they will be deaf to this.
Yeah, completely.
We must afford them a chance to stand down. Many a hardened outlaw has left the path of wrongdoing upon hearing words of admonition.
Doesn't happen in these lands. Ever.
If they do not heed my reprimand, we at least will know we have done all within our means to evade bloodshed.
Fine.
منطقیه دیگه، باش همین کارو میکنیم.
Rhetoric falls on deaf ears.
Excellent. Then we've but to wait for the rogues to arrive.
They're coming!
Hear that?
Your
bandits have arrived.
Let us go out to greet them.
جور به برو کنار. رفت کنار.
Hark! Contemptible curs!
چقدرم چجوری بگم فنسی هم کلن، انگار افسانه‌ای هم کلن. از سرزمین قصه ها اومدن. اون یکی برای طاووس گذاشته.
Regular punch and Judy here.
To prey upon commoners is no honor. To loot their meager stores, abandon the path of shame, and we will spare you.
Right, good jest that. Had us a laugh. Now,
Fuck off or we lose our patience and you lose something else.
Nay, wait, Zorg. These lads are lark. Mayhaps they know some tricks.
Oi, players! Can you toss balls all loopity like? Or do that thing where one spits fire while the other farts?
Noble Palmerin's giving you a chance. Now I'm gonna give you some advice. Do what he says.
Or what?
Or you'll find yourself fighting knights errant in the pay of the Duchess of Toussaint. And they eat scum like you with their morning porridge.
Well, there's 3 of them. 2 turtled up in armor. We'll come back later.
Some wench sent them. Folk will say we's afeard of wenches and jesters.
Ooh, insulted the Duchess. Not good.
Indeed, we cannot
Zat
let
the
the
Sima
affront go
Ochash.
unpunished. I swear upon the
Zat
heaven
the
you
Sima
will pay
Ochash.
with your own blood. By the crane, villains, ready your arms.
ای بابا چشم آدمای احمقی هم بعضی خیلی هم خیلی وقتی که کمبت نرفتم توی میشه
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
Come here. تمام است. مرده.
Why do they not emerge? It is over. We have banished the scoundrels, lifted oppression's yoke from their lives.
Warned you it'd be like this. Fear you as much as they did the bandits now. Sorry, no fanfares and flowers. You're not in Toussaint.
It is true what folk claim. In the north, no noble deed goes unthwarted. It is time to go home.
And we shall, my friend.
چقدرم انگار از شاهنامه فردوسی اومدم بیرون. چرا اینجوریه اینا؟
So fess up. What brings you such a long way?
We are to deliver Her Grace the Duchess's message in full, with all due ceremony. For tradition
is sacred in Toussaint. All right, fine.
Most honorable Geralt, slayer of monsters and all evils nefarious, which prey on the defenseless of this world. Whereas never have you been known to deny help to the innocent, nor leave widows and orphans to fates undeserved. Answer you now our present summons. Free us from the beast which floods our streets with blood, and sows panic in the hearts of rich and poor alike. Come to our aid, Witcher. Thus humbly beseeches you the star-crossed city's most gracious protectress, Her illustrious Highness, Duchess Anna Henrietta.
Shall you answer her call?
این هیولا بیشتر راجبش بگینو آقا بیشتر یکم فارسی بخونیم یعنی یکم مطالعه داشته باشین یعنی چی؟
Might be the most fervent request that I take a contract ever. And the most polite. And now we've got all that behind us. I want to hear more about this beast. Some kind of monster? Just guessing.
Most assuredly, though no one has caught a good look at it as yet. Our only sure witnesses. Bodies massacred in a brutal, horrid manner.
Look, some sketches drafted from descriptions given by those who claim they glimpsed the beast. Each quite different. To my mind, these witnesses lie.
How many victims so far?
2. When Her Grace learnt of the second, she discharged us immediately to
خدا اینا دیگه چیه؟
promising grants of land and
یکی
fortunes in
شبیه
gold. Should you answer her summons.
An ill wind blows, Geralt. The beast cannot be tracked. Folks say it wields black magic. Also, both victims were nobly born, and the start of a tourney draws near.
خب قبل من کسی هیولا رو گرفته یا نه؟ مثلا دیده حداقل ردش رو
Anyone tried to hunt it? Knights errant, for example?
که کمک میکنه.
Many have tried. Baiting, waiting in ambush, but to no avail.
The beast is clever. It evades all traps and attacks of a sudden. It is like a ghost.
هی به خشکی که
Experienced tracker. This is what we need, with knowledge of monsters. In short, we need you.
خب اگه اینجوری به من نیاز دارید منم مجبورم قراردادتون رو قبول کنم. باشد قبول
I
میکنم.
sometimes think back to all the contracts I've ever taken from sovereigns. Can't name hardly any where I came out ahead.
You cannot be thinking to refuse.
No. Just struck by a thought. How the Duchess can sometimes be... demanding.
So you accept the contract?
Why?
Excellent.
We must set off at
ترسیدم
once.
که
We long
بگه
wanted this land searching for you.
دوشس زیاده خواهه بزنم بکشن
Ready to
گرالتو.
go, soon as you're packed.
Ha! Then post haste to Toussaint.
To
بریم
Toussaint.
توسان. والا ترسیدم که بیا بکشن گرالتو. خیلی جوگیرن. خاطر این پادشاه چیه؟ دوشسشونه چیه؟ هرچی. میرویم به توسان. ببینیم اونجا چه جوریه. لیتس بریم توسان. بابا چقدر خوشگله.
Toussaint.
سرسبزه.
Land of love and wine.
Exactly how I remembered it.
به به چه خوشگله جدا انگار از کتاب در اومده.
You will find Beauclair has changed some.
خیلی خوشگله.
Walk about when you have the chance. You will see for yourself.
To me, place always seems straight out of a fairy tale.
حرف منو
Knights
گفت.
errant, elven palaces.
You insinuate that we are somehow odd?
Yes.
I shall prove you wrong. This I pledge on the heron.
آره بابا به مولا جوگیرین شما کلن. ببینیم نتیجهش. ببینید جو گرفته اینا. ببین داره با اسب می جنگه با یه کول بیابونی. میگن جوگیری دیگه. حاجی این چیه؟ قوله چیه این؟ چرا اینجوری؟ لباس هم داره. و گرالت وارد می شود. مثل همیشه هر کجا بوی یا حیوله باشه گرالت نه لگت داره میزنه. وای 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 امیر پدرسای گوسفند دارن چی میگن اینجا؟ سلاخی شدن کل نامشون.
Big beast. Tackling it single-handed? None too wise.
Neither is love born of wisdom, Witcher. So, Guillaume, out with it. Which fair damsel inspired you to vow to kill that filth?
The most beautiful among them.
If he wishes to guard her name a secret, he need not reveal it.
You I do not know, sir, nor seem you a knight, yet still I am profoundly grateful, nay, indebted to you for your succor. This trophy, sir, is yours.
cool. چجوری سر از اینجا دار آورد؟
A giant this close to human settlements? Strange.
چی
Well, that
شده؟
was no ordinary giant. His name was Goliath, rumored to have been a knight once, but one who broke his vows. For this, the Lady of the Lake transformed him into a wild giant and banished him into the Gorgon Hills.
So he came back down? Why?
Several times each year, hunger
وای
chased
چه
him
لوری
into the
پشتشه.
lowlands. Goliath had killed and devoured many shepherds. Guillaume's hunt served a noble cause.
آها چه
At any
جالب
rate,
واقعا.
it's a tale for more agreeable environs.
خب کمال
I'll take the
میل
trophy. Why not? Could
برمیداره.
find someone who'll pay to buy it. Put up a good fight against the giant. Got experience battling monsters?
None. In Toussaint, we mostly chase bandits. But I vowed I'd bring my heart's champion the head of a monstrosity, as the famed Gottfried, known as the Giant Killer, did.
You don't mean to hunt the beast, I hope. The matter's best left to Geralt.
Another challenge awaits me. Yet if Geralt is to hunt the beast, he ought to know. It struck again.
The river surrendered a corpse. It washed up in the meander by the cockatrice. Damien Delatour's guardsmen are there already, securing the area.
Securing the area? Better go there now before they trample any tracks, manhandle any evidence.
Set forth, then. I shall ride for the city to inform her gracious magnificence that Geralt has arrived. We'll meet later, near Guillaume's tent at the Tourney grounds. I shall take you then to see her grace.
این سیبیلوه چه باحاله، خیلی دوستش دارم. چی بود اسمش؟ میلتون؟ خیلی باحاله. دو سه تا هم پر طاووس داره. میلتون دای پیراک پیران همچین چیزی. خب اینجا چی داریم؟ اول این رو قارف بکنیم. شمشیر جدید دالیا، شمشیر نقره داره. حالا اینو تازه است دیگه، اینو یکم باش بازی کنیم. به بریم برویم آقای میلتون. آقا اینجا خیلی خوشگله تو رو خدا.
Brave kid, Guillaume.
Parmanin oversaw his upbringing. Guillaume is his kid.
پدر خوندش انگار. تو رو خدا اینجا خیلی خوشگله. ببین دریاچه، قصر، چمن بسیار زیباست.
Can't get used to the way you knights talk, especially how you switch back and forth between flowery and, well, near normal.
We are knights errant in the service of her gracious magnificence. When we appear in her name or speak on her behalf, we are bound by tradition.
که میگم جوگیرن، دقیقا منظورم همینه. جوگیرن.
No one here. They must have removed the body already.
ای بابا.
Let's look around. Make sure they didn't miss anything.
نگاه میکنیم. رد.
Hobnailed boots, multiple sets of prints. Ducal guard, clearly. Let's see where they went.
برویم.
Walked along the shoreline.
Perhaps the body lay on the bank.
هیولا. اینجا هیولاست. دارم میبینم. دراونه. یه چیزی.
Got guests. Careful.
Holy Jesus. What the is that?
خدا این دیگه چیه؟ Imagina que tinha. ترکت. خیلی وحشتناک بود. ندیده بودم تا حالا از اونو. این چی پیدا میکنیم اینجا؟
Anything taken by the current ends up in these shallows.
Yes, the stench is fierce.
خب بازم رد پاست. یه چیز دیگه اینجاست.
Blood. Guardsmen pulled these nets out of the water, then cut the mutilated body free. Gotta dive in, make sure they didn't miss anything.
تو ببینیم چیه؟ برگرد.
Only blood-soaked scraps left of the victim's clothing. Good quality cloth.
A wealthy victim, correct?
Looks it. Look at the rut. Guardsmen left this site by boat recently, probably to transport the body somewhere.
How are you? I am under the water.
Silk kerchief, monogrammed DLC. A noble's accessory, clearly. Be nice to know where they took the corpse.
What now?
This isn't the site of the murder. We know that. Current brought the body here. Corpse got caught in the nets. Guardsmen pulled it out, put it in a boat and took it somewhere. Need to find out where. I'd like to look at the corpse before it starts to decompose.
The inn. Its patrons must have seen the guardsmen, which direction they took. We should ask them.
ای وای. یکی داره ما رو میپاد. منم هم حس دارم.
We've got ourselves an audience.
You think this surprising? The locals will tell the children of children they do not have yet of the day a quartered corpse was pulled from the river.
One thing.
DLC رو بگیم بهش.
Monogrammed DLC. Mean anything to you?
Delacroix?
آره دیگه. DLC.
Was it he the beast
slew?
Seems so. Knew him well?
Blood and wine.
Long past.
همشون
We were
DLC.
close friends once. He was a man of extremes, standing by his companions no matter the odds, fighting his foes to the bitter end.
Foes? You have a lot of them?
He did, but I do not see what that has to do with the beast. Ah, Geralt, you've struck a raw nerve. Memories of a time long past, to which I'd rather not return now.
I understand. We can talk later. Let's go to the tavern.
I shall have to leave you soon. Return to court.
Barely got back to Toussaint.
A knight in the service of Her Illustrious Highness knows no rest. In fact, I'd feared I would return too late to fulfill my duty. Yet it seems I've arrived in the nick of time.
واقعا جوگیره اینا. خیلی آدمای خوبی به نظر میاد. برو خدا بدو. ای بابا. برو جون مادرت بدو.
Once you have finished examining the corpse, be sure to report to Anarietta.
Anarietta?
Her Grace, the Duchess. I forget myself at times. We address each other by our first names in private. Never in Pomeran's presence, however. He finds such familiarity offensive.
پالمیرین
A watering hole for traders, smugglers, boatmen.
پیکش
But you will
دیگه
find
دستمال
no better crayfish chowder in all Toussaint.
دستمال کش ملکه رو پیدا کردیم.
By my troth, could that be the musty scent of fresh pâté?
Naught else, Sir the Peyrac Parent. I see time has not dulled your senses.
We would be honored if you would join us. Your companion as well.
But why do I not detect even a whiff of crayfish chowder?
No soup today, on account of there being no crayfish. I reckon you've not heard, but all I caught was a corpse. I awoke at the crack of dawn, as I do each day, but when I looked up, I beheld a blood-red sky.
This corpse is precisely why we're here. For the man whom you've invited to join you at the table was summoned from a far-off land by her gracious magnificence. He is tasked with tracking and killing the beast.
We invited two men to join us, yet since Sir the Peyrac Parent in temperament is more akin to hare than hound, I surmise the other is the hunter. With whom do we have the pleasure?
Geralt of Rivia. Name's Geralt.
A humble introduction. You've clearly not tarried long with Sir the Peyrac Parent.
Spare us the petty insults. Geralt is a master of the witchering trade. He has questions concerning the beast's last victim.
I was the one to find the corpse. The sun had just risen when I awoke, sat straight up in my bed, looked out the window, and beheld a sky red as blood.
Ask Geralt, please, or we shall be here till winter.
خب بعدش چی؟ داریم به جزئیات باید بفهمیم.
Went to check your nets and then
I stepped out of my hut and saw...
By my troth, to the point, man. You found a body ensnared in your crayfish nets. We know this already. What happened then? Did you see anyone nearby? Did you spy anything noteworthy? Anything at all?
Not a soul around, just me. As for noteworthy... Well...
چجور به این بابا مشکوک نمیشد؟
But be warned, if I hear the sky was red again...
I saw a head bobbing, eyes bulging, the tongue blew and popped out. Next to it, a hand rocking upon the water.
get a good look at the body parts.
They gave me such a fright.
فکر کنم خیلی وقت مرده بود. زبونش اینجا آبی شده بود.
Then returned with guardsmen who told me to keep out of their way. They had a hard haul. The parts were so tangled up in my nets, they were forced to cut them.
خب حالا کجا بردن این جسدو؟
Need to examine the body. Know where they took it?
They ferried it across, then loaded it on a cart and hauled it to a cellar at Corvo Bianco to keep it cool, see?
What? Why, Corvo Bianco is Baron Russell's estate. When he learns they've turned his cellar into a morgue, he'll set his hounds on them.
While you were gallivanting about the north, his vineyard was auctioned off.
Who was that? Woman who just left.
خیلی ساس بود.
Didn't notice her walk in either.
Doubtless Linus, the innkeep's daughter. But hold, Geralt, because this is an outrage. Russell's vineyard was auctioned off? Inconceivable.
It is no secret the Baron had gambling debts up to his ears. It finally came time to collect. His creditors auctioned off his property. The ducal chancellery bought it, in fact. Russell now bunks with his brother in Vicofaro.
I told Russell he'd get his comeuppance. How long can one throw on past heroics? His creditors must finally have defined that his promises meant nothing.
Such are the times. Today's knights are pale shadows of the heroes of yore.
It's true what they say. God sent the beast to punish us for straying from the old paths.
چه چیزای چرت و پرتی بابا. من میرم جسدو بررسی کنم.
Thanks for the hospitality.
چی میگی؟
Time I examined the corpse.
Corvo Bianco lies a short way from here, near the tourney grounds. Just follow the road and you'll arrive.
Not coming with? Oh yeah, duty of some sort calls.
Some sort? Her Grace bestowed a great honor on me, even before we departed for Velen. I'm to play the hare during this year's game in the Palace Gardens. When you see me in my costume, you will wet yourself laughing.
A little tempted to ask a few questions, but it sounds like a long, complicated story.
بابا با این سیبیلت مرد بزرگ خجالت بکش. یعنی چی؟
So, see you later, Milton, and good luck.
فکر کنین میلتون باید مثل اون ایگل ها یه گوش خرگوشی بذاره، یه لباس بپوشه. تو رو خدا منظره رو ببینیم فقط. خیلی خوشگله. یکم زرده ولی نمیدونم چرا، ولی خیلی خوشگله. برویم پیش اون کورو بیانکو. بریم کورو بیانکو. بریم کورو بیانکو.
Sounds of a fight. Have to hurry.
وای. صدای چیه؟ یا خودم صدای چی بود؟ صدای چی بود؟
Damn it. Killer must still be here.
یا خدا. خودم گرخیدم.
Throat torn open by man-like jaws. Man-like, except for long fangs. Busted ribs, blood from the ears. Took a solid hit. Massacred by a vampire. Not an Ekimara though, or a fletter. Ruxa, gotta be.
بدبخت شدیم خوناشام. بالا جسد رو بودن اختیار نوشته مقاله راجع به رکسارتون. این کار مبارد عمله بشیم. میخونیم اول بعد میریم. مرض نداریم که. خوناشام ها رکسا. خب من اینا رو میخونم خودم اول اینجا، بعد حالا اینجا رو کات میکنم، شما هم میتونین پاز کنین بخونین اینو. کم دراز شد. خب اون چی که نوشته اینجا باید مونداس استفاده کنیم چون نامری میشه. بعد روغن خونشان، خون سیاه، اردن هم که براش میتونیم ازش استفاده کنیم. بذار ببینم دارم از اونا. فکر کنم دارم. مونداست اینجاست. مونداست دارم. آره. خون سیاه. فکر کنم همین باشه. چی دیگه؟ خب یه خون سیاه برتر. ببینم معجون چیز بود. روغن هیولا بود که ندارم اونم. خب
In the cellar, gotta be.
یا خدا. خودت کمک کن.
Claw wounds from 5 separate claws, spread of a small human hand.
خیلی وحشی بوده.
Attacker had no trouble knocking over the cart.
خب دیگه بدبخت شدیم دیگه. خب اینم از خون سیاه. بذارید مونداستم.
Footprints. Small bare feet lead deeper into the cellar.
وای خدا خودت کمکم میکن.
You. Saw you at the inn. I know what you are. Don't know why you killed these people, though. Clearly wasn't for their blood. We don't have to fight.
You are wrong.
بابا چرا راهی؟ حرف میزنیم خب با هم دیگه. کجا رفتی؟ فکر کنم این جواب بده. یکی من عصبانی شد. یا خدا. وای وای. یا خدا این دیگه چیه؟ وای 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 وای. یا خدا این دیگه چیه؟ بس ببینم مرده. Öldün. More?
Killed all these men to get to the body.
آره خدا شکر مرد. بریم ببینیم چی کار داشته. خیلی جالب شد.
Stinks. Waterlogged. Both hands amputated. Body was quartered just as I thought.
خب از اول از سرش شروع بکنیم.
Laid in water for some time. Head swollen and something took a few bites out of it. Something in the throat. With coins.
Ay. Hal be hamzan.
Nilfgaardian florins from several different provinces. If the murderer did this, means we're dealing with a sentient thinking beast.
بدبخت شدیم. شاید همین زنه باشه. کشتیمش الان یعنی؟ شاید همین بود.
After death, blows struck with great force. But bones sliced through, not crushed. Creature that killed him had long claws, sharp as a witcher's blade. First sank its claws into the victim's heart. No Bruxa did this.
Whoa. یعنی از بروکسا هم بدتر. خدا عاقبتمون رو بخیر کنه.
Third hand. The spare. Except it's clearly not the victim's. Guardsmen must have not noticed it as they picked everything up. How's this possible? Still warm. Blood still flowing? Several monster species can regenerate. Never heard of that happening to their severed limbs, though. Or of their limbs seeming completely alive after so much time. Examine the tissue more closely later. Might learn something. So, murderer was clearly a monster, but not a Bruxa. But then why'd the Bruxa come here for the severed hand? And who does the hand belong to? Why the hell's it still warm? Now, pouch shoved down the victim's throat. What's the significance? And why was he chopped up into pieces? Lots of questions, no answers so far. Need to know about the other victims. I'll ask Palmerin to get me in to see the Duchess.
خب دوستان این پارت هم اینجا تموم میکنم. خیلی شروع طوفانی داشتیم. DLC خیلی باحال بود، خیلی مشتاقم که ادامهشو بازی کنم. خوشبختانه میخوام از پارت بعدش میخوام استریم کنم پارت بعدش رو تا خیلی بهتر باشه و لذتش هم چندین برابر میشه. خب خاطر همین فعلا همین جا این پارت رو تموم میکنم و زیر این پارت هم میذارم لینک کانال تویچم رو اونجا، بریم که با هم دیگه کیف کنیم. فعلا تا پارت بعد و استریم، خدا نگهدار.